Hey everyone, we're going to try and make this quick. We're going to go over what is in the 2022 Ship's Log dated planner. There's some changes in the undated planner as well. So here's our new cover. Oops, moving things around. Okay, there we go. We've got a new half title page so that you have a little more room for sketching, putting some stuff. On the back of it is what's on the left here, this undated page, and then across from it we have the full title page. We have added the work in progress building community workbook, updated the stuff here, changed these for the next year and year after. And we have, again, the table of contents. So this is a page where you can write down, say, an event and the page number it's on, the date. Let's say you could write down found new headmate and the date, the page number that information is on, or dates for special meeting notes and so on. System vision. All right, these pages are basically the same. There's some text changes, date it to the new book and cover new materials. One moment. Okay. And we have a system safety plan. This time it is updated for the new book. We have put all of the exercises into the safety plan, some of which were not in the prior years. How can I? No. Oh, there. Trying to figure out how to forward the slides. Okay. So some of these pages are in the full safety plan course, and now they're in your planner as well. The same self-care menu, nothing changed. Of course, the dates changed on the quarterly plan. Okay, a whole new instruction section. And you will see a lot of the worksheets and cheat sheets are not in this year's planner. There will be a supplemental planner for that, or a supplemental workbook. And that's why there's a building community workbook. We have a new monthly assessment. So here is your, essentially a cheat sheet for the instructions for that. And we will do a new video. There are some changes in the terminology in the book too. We're trying to make it more ship language and less mixed between the ship language and the passionizing planner language. So we've stripped out a lot of the more singular centric coaching stuff and made it more plural coaching stuff. So here you go. And then new keys to go with the new layout tweaks. So instead of, what were we calling them? I forget what we were calling them. Instead of like projects, it's now missions. Instead of milestones or tasks, I guess. Now they're waypoints. We have a new sensor log layout. Instead of 2 pages with 2 separate assessments, one for external world, one for internal world, we have combined it. And we'll show you a little bit more about that in a moment. Plan your month is still laid out the same, but some text changes. So now it says mission and stuff, and it says waypoints. But all new instructions, so take a look at that. And some of the examples on the weekly log, now it's called the weekly log. So some of the instructions here have changed, and some of the examples are tweaked to be a little bit more helpful. We have updated the timeline. We moved the date over to make a little bit of room on the top of the timeline. And that's most of the changes on this sheet. I mean, there may be some changes within the text and so on. We made the meal time indicators, or the which meal indicators, lighter, so that if people are ignoring them, they can just write on top of them, or, just ignore them. Might be more tweaks, but they're pretty subtle. Most of it's in the monthly. And here's some more instructions, again, with missions and waypoints. And mentions of the course, the online course. Okay, so here we get to a new page, the review page. So this is a new page, and you'll see why we're doing this differently than we did last year in a moment. So your first one is for the whole year prior, and you can have a journal reflection exercise, some gratitude, and then looking ahead. So a little bit of maybe what you're looking forward to this next year. And we get to our first sensor log. Let me move this over. Okay. I want a different pen color. Can I get a different pen color here? Blue. So in here you would decide, let's zoom. You would decide what is now versus what is later, soon, and pending, and then you would look through these, and the instructions were on the other page. You'd look through these and, start voting on different things, and then, oh wait, no, we want to escalate that. We like that. That's pretty important. No, we definitely need this. Oh, you know what? We should escalate this one. I'm going to make that a now. And so you can, decide with colors or symbols how you're going to vote. Maybe your system wants to vote with individual votes and put dots into a section, and then when you decide that it is going to be a now section, all right, that's enough people voted for it, we're going to definitely escalate it to now, and then you would make your key reflect that. So that's a kind of what we're hoping or expecting to do, but you can make whatever you want to now. The question changed. Whoops. Hey. The question changed to when will we focus on, and so it's now pending sooner or later. And you'll see more instructions when we actually go into this. We'll go and do a video on this specifically. Plan your January, not much changes, like missions and waypoints again, and also focus, division, and segment. So this is a division, this is a segment. So division as in department, and the segment or area within the division. Quick. Alright, somebody had requested a 2-page monthly overview. That is added. This is one of the major reasons that a lot of stuff came out of the planner this year, because this took up 24 new pages. We had to pull 24 pages out to try and keep it somewhere around the same size. So we moved the review areas from last year from the monthly review to here. So we figured, while you're like looking back and forth on your stuff in the planner, you will write down your accomplishments and your lessons as the month goes along, hopefully. And so all of that will be on this page, and you'll be taking some notes or something. Like in our case, we use an electronic planner calendar alongside our planner, so we might use this for meal planning instead, and notes might become our shopping list. You can decide how you use it. It could be a media calendar, or you can use this as your primary planner for everything and not use an electronic, in which case you may be putting birthdays and appointments and whatever in here. Okay, and then we have our normal week planning. Like I said, we made a little extra room. This was right on top of here in the middle before. Now it is moved over onto the sides of the page a little bit, giving a lot more room for putting symbols and whatever you want here, and then logging things on this. I think some people are tracking headmates, fronting, and so on, and wanted more room. So that's what we did. We made more room. So you will go through, let me cover the second page. So here's your normal weekly review. You'll put your accomplishments and gratitude and such. As the week goes by, you may have some notes about the week. And then if you have meetings with whoever, and we neatened this up and made it, straightened it out a little. But, you know, it's like my therapist. And it's today, whatever the date is. And then my notes about the meeting, things that stood out during the meeting, like new headmate, and a breakthrough, and then next meeting. So date, time, and then the homework is journal exercise, blah, 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 whatever it is we have to bring next meeting, or a head map, or whatever. And we use these, you know, for statewide calls, for therapy appointments, for just client meetings sometimes and stuff. Like, somebody wants a website, and I'll just, like, write my notes in there. Oh, month. And we do our weekly planning each month. Oh, you know, you put your mission up here. Maybe you want to define what you're using these for. A is this. B is that. And then it's like A, B. And so on. So you use these to plan out your, and keep going. And when to the end of the month, boom, boom. Nope, it will happen the first week of the next month. So here we go. January in review. So we have a whole notes page now. We can draw a head map. Oops. And then do our review exercise. So again, journaling and gratitude and looking ahead. Do our sensor log, plan out our ideas for what we're going to do this month. And then our 2-page planner. And then into our weekly plan again. So this will continue through the book for each to February and hey, March. I thought we delete all of this. I'm sorry. I could have swore we deleted this. I will be right back. Pause. Okay, so then you get to the end of the book. So here it is, it's December, and we're going to move forward. And, you're working on your weeks as the week goes by. Fixing my interface here. So you work on December 25, 6, 7, 8, and so on. Okay, you get to the end. Now, the way that this layout just so happened to work out, you have January 1st, that's your last day in the planner. We don't have any month planning for January. Hopefully you will have a new planner for January 2023. This is, one way of saving space. You do your notes and everything. And then you do December in review. You have a place to draw or put a cheat sheet or whatever. You do your December in review. And then you have one more extra note sheet. And then you have 2022. Hey, give me my pen back. You have 2022 in review, and you do a review of the year. So reflect on the whole year. You can look back in your notes and wow, where have we been since January? How far did we come this year? Any highlights and notes. And then, your gratitude, what was helpful all year and what types of things boosted you up and so on. And then looking ahead. So a little bit of notes about 2023. Oh my goodness, I'm getting old. So at the end of the book, there's a quarterly plan, just like there is in the beginning of the book for 2022. And hopefully during the year, you take notes, both on things that happen every January, like Healing Together Prep, Florida conference, and it usually is in the very beginning of February, so it's go to Healing Together, and their call for presenters for the next year usually opens in June. Healing Together call for presenters. So I will forward from the 2022 plan all the things that will happen again in 2023 and estimate, it'll be somewhere maybe in January, maybe in February. I'm picking on them as an example. Okay, and then Healing Together registration. Maybe, why is this January? I hope we didn't mess that up. I think we might have. Oops. That should really be June, July, and August. Or no, July, August, September. We may have our first errata. Usually you have your save the date somewhere around here. So Healing Together, save the date. We might put it in our calendar for 2024. And so on. So you use this for planning the next. And then we have the end of the planner, basically. There is a full index. This time it is indexed by months. So you can quickly jump to the October review, say, as opposed to the start of the month, October. That would be the 2-page calendar. So you have October on page, I can't see it anymore. I just wrote all over it. October on page 236, and then the October review on 259. So safety plan pages and so on. So we actually nested the index this time. You have a full extra page at the back or the front, just like on the other side of the half title page. So you can say, "We love you," and the other side of that page. So we gave an extra page because the same inferior is used in the coil bound as is used in the hardcover. The hardcover gets some bonus pages just because there's pages, it has to be divisible by 4, and because there's pages that are used to glue the interior of the book to the cover. The coil bound doesn't get those bonus pages, so we decided to actually deliberately add a couple of bonus pages so that people with the coil bound book have some spare wiggle room at the front and the back to write notes that they want easily at hand. So that's a bonus specifically for them, but both books will have those bonus pages. And then there's the back cover, which we love. We love this image. This photo is like so freaking cool. And that is it. That is your like super quick. I wanted to make it a lot faster than the prior one was like 45 minutes or some shit. So I want to make this quicker. So that is the overview of the planner. Congratulations. Hope you get your planner soon if you have ordered it. And we look forward to putting up more videos that hopefully are shorter than last year's and give you what you need to use the planner. Talk to you soon. Bye.